We're good? Okay. We're on. Welcome to the closing game. Hold on, I'm going to turn on the music or off the music.
Yeah, that's actually
because we don't want it to be distracting when you're in the middle of a story, and it's going to be a really good story. Because I know you tell amazing stories.
Do I? Is that something I do?
I don't know.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes you do. Welcome back to the closing time. This is Anthony Loiacono. Loiacono. Wait, tell your full name with your middle name.
Anthony Loiacono.
Not gonna lie, that's pretty. Oh, are you, Mike? Bring it. There you go, buddy. Get in there. Yeah,
Deep in there now.
Okay. All right. So, say it again. Anthony Loiacono.
All right, we're Anthony Loiacono.
Loiacono.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a pretty swag name.
It's Sicilian, and yeah, that's about it. I'm mostly Sicilian.
Nice. Do you like margherita pizza?
Yeah, it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I like just regular pizza though.
Like pepperoni, cheese.
Pepperoni guy, jalapenos.
Ooh, gotta have the jalapenos. Do you pineapple on pizza?
I used to, but then I grew up.
Dude, I'll never grow up then.
Do you like pineapple?
Ever. Love it on the pizza, dude. And a little Canadian
It's like
bacon.
okay. I don't know. I don't mess with that. That's ham.
What?
I don't like ham.
You don't like ham? What do you eat on Christmas?
Italian food, not ham.
Margherita pizza.
No pizzas there.
All right. You want to introduce everybody who you are?
Yeah. So my name's Anthony. I'm a 21-year-old out of Franklin. Just got into real estate. 6'4".
Oh, dang. Yeah. 6'4".
6'4".
Way taller than me.
Yep.
You tower over me, basically.
I do. Yeah.
You were the second member of the team.
I am.
Right
yeah.
after Austin.
Back in October, actually.
Yeah.
Like right when I joined.
Why did you get into real estate? You're a young kid. You could have been a doctor.
Yeah. So it was kind of weird. Like it all started when I was like 10 years old.
What?
Yeah. I swear to God.
I'll let you tell the story.
Yeah. Every time I got into let's say I was going to the Dells or like a boring car ride, I just remember looking out the window and looking at homes and just like being fascinated with like different homes and like the inside of homes. I don't know. I was like obsessed with inside of homes. And then I loved my first home I ever been to. I don't know. I was just kind of like fascinated, and I was like, I want to be a realtor. And I didn't even know what it was back then. I just knew that it had something to do with homes.
So back then, what did you think the job was of a realtor?
Well,
back then, before you knew about it today.
All I knew was I would sell houses, and I'd go inside houses. That's all I knew back then.
Yeah. And then now compared to, do you regret it now knowing that you're being a realtor now?
I don't know if I'd say I regret it, but it's definitely a lot different than what I would think it would be.
What's different?
You got to socialize a lot. I, for some reason, never thought about that. Like networking, that's like huge in the real estate world. And also how you get generation, like lead generation. I thought it would just get naturally to you. But when you're my age specifically, and you know, your friends and family don't really buy houses at this age, it's kind of harder.
Yeah, it definitely is. Because I was you in your position when I started. I was 20.
Were you really? 21?
I was 20. Well, close, 24.
Basically, the same thing.
And none of my friends were buying at the time. So I had to use our form of finding business. I love how I turn the music off and then it's back. Okay. I had to find a form of business or a way to find business. You know, Jeff Glover, he was 18 when he started. You know, I would talk about Jeff Glover.
How was he 8? How was he?
You can. As soon as you're 18, you could get your license.
Aren't you usually in high school by then?
Yeah. Yeah.
He just went for it.
Dude, he just went for it. And he was actually, I don't know if it was maybe he was a car salesman. I can't remember. Anyways, but he got into it, did really well. He actually did no business for a while until his office manager was like, you need to do something else. You need to call expireds. And he just like practiced the script, kind of like what we do. And next thing you know, he's listing 100 homes a year.
Wow. I didn't know he was that successful.
Yeah. He was.
That's who we're seeing, right? Later.
What's that?
In Michigan?
Yeah. Yeah, in July. That's why I would get fired up for you guys, because that'll be a fun trip.
Yeah.
For it. Before we dive into the real estate stuff, though, interesting fact about you is you sell panties.
Nope. Pants. Pants. I sell pants. I wouldn't say I sell them. I'm starting to sell them, though.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd say once I moved into my first apartment, it was like a couple years ago, I just really got into fashion. I was like, I can do this. So I decided to design fashion. That's actually what I do mostly on my iPad. I just kind of draw up clothes, and I went to sell them. So then basically what I did was I got, do you know what Procreate is?
Mm-mm.
It's like, I wouldn't say it's like Photoshop, but it's like where you can design stuff and make logos and stuff. So I just did that with a pair of sweatpants and made a website and then started advertising like the idea of the pants on TikTok, and a lot of people started to like it. So decided I'd try and sell it.
That's awesome. And how many pants have you sold so far? Panties, sorry.
So I did pre-orders, which basically when you're a new brand and you do pre-orders, you get a sample of the pants, you advertise it, and then people will pre-order it off of that sample. So I decided to do that organically off of like TikTok and Instagram. So like no ads. And the MOQ that you can do for all pants, which means minimum order quantity, when you manufacture stuff in like Pakistan or China, they need to make a certain amount for them to profit off of you, which is 50. So like that's the amount that I'm going to try and sell. And I did no ads. So organically I sold my first 2 weeks. I think it was only like 12 or 15. But then my manufacturer actually had some issues with printing and fabric sourcing. So I stopped. Like I cut it off. I stopped doing advertisements for it. So 15 right now. Once I get the bulk order, I'm going to actually run like ads and stuff, and hopefully the 50 pairs.
How much is the 50 pairs?
What do you mean, like the bulk price?
Yeah.
For everything plus shipping, it was like 1,600.
1,600?
Yeah, which is like standard.
How confident do you think you could sell all
out of 10? With ads, 7.5.
Okay.
It's hard because a bunch of kids look at making clothes as like a way to get rich, like drop shipping.
Mm-hmm.
And so then you have a lot of saturation in the market. But I went in knowing that it's not about money. It's just kind of like one of my side passions.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be careful with it and kind of just slower.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of competition, which is the problem.
What's the brand called? And this is your time, right? Dude, watch you get like 1 million orders off of a
it's
podcast
called,
that hasn't blown up yet.
Arachnid.us. So it's just like I don't really know how to describe the aesthetic of the streetwear. It's like just what people my age kind of like, just like comfy streetwear.
I think we talked about this before. You know, my wife would take more pictures if you wanted.
Yeah, I know that. We gotta get that going. Well, once I get the bulk order, I want like, because some of my friends order pants, I want to get them in like advertisement shots.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome.
Yeah, hopefully that can be like a little side thing after.
I thought you were just doing it just because it was, like you were saying, a lot of people have thought it was a way to get rich.
No, and it's like not.
But you're actually into fashion.
Into like designing and stuff. Yeah. I love it.
Interesting.
Yeah, like if you're trying to get rich fast online, that's one of the worst options you can do, because all the money that I'm going to make, I have to put it back in the business. I can't pocket anything until I hit like a certain amount of money. That's going to take a while, you know?
So if I gave you the logo, could you come up with cool swag?
Yeah.
Like t-shirt swag, like with it? For real?
Yeah.
Would you really?
Yeah.
I would actually, dude, after this, I'm going to send it to you.
Yeah.
Like
I'd do that for sure.
But like, not just like a logo here, but like it looks cool.
Yeah. Like I'll make like features on it, like, you know, zip up, or like, see how this has like creasing here? You can,
Oh, that'd be cool. But like, can you turn the logo into like a 3D thing that looks like you know, the skate, shoot, I can't remember what the skate company is, but they took the logo, but they made it 3D, and it was like on an angle, and it was like the majority of the shirt, and it was like, I don't know. It was
cool. The
logo?
Yeah.
I don't know. It was kind of cool, but just different
I can do
looks.
That probably.
Okay. All right. I think we'll like do that. Okay. I didn't know, because that's a little entrepreneurial of you. So you're kind of into the right.
I never wanted to work for somebody.
Mm-hmm.
And I've been working since I've been 14. just like basic. Like my first job was at Pick and Save, and I would work
Doing
like
what? Bag boy?
I was a bag boy at
Dude,
14.
That was me. I didn't know that about you. My
And-
first job, Sarouche is laughing. But that was literally, I worked at Century and I was a bag boy at 14.
It was miserable too. I would work, I'm not even joking, it was 2 4-hour shifts per week, and I thought I was going to die. I was like, how am I going to do this for the rest of my life?
Yeah. That's the similar aspect, dude, is with me is when I worked UPS, worked for, I would like help manage a team, and then I had, dude, his name was Bill, the worst manager of all time.
Yeah, that's horrible. When you have a
Bill
bad
and I would-
manager, it's horrible.
Dude, we would fight all the time, and I knew I'm like, I never want to work for somebody.
Exactly. It's
Mhm.
horrible.
Yeah.
Well, and I was also never like a school type of guy, so I didn't want to go to college either. So when you don't go to college, I mean, there's limited options on what you want to do, especially for the amount of money that you want to
Mhm.
make in your goals.
Mhm. Even that, you go to school and then you get a degree in whatever, jumping jacks, but then you go and you're not even working a job. That
Exactly.
was-
And if it's a basic degree too, it's just,
Mhm. And then you're stuck with $100,000+ in debt.
Yeah.
Yeah, no bueno.
no,
Right.
I'll just go up to my friend's place and party as if I'm in college.
Yeah, that's all you gotta do. Yeah, it's easy. You'll still get the college
I
experience.
can network too while I'm up there.
Yeah, see, I
Yeah.
like to- Nice. All right, so we'll segue back into real estate. How are you feeling right now? Honestly, now that I'm like I hate saying I'm not the boss. I'm
Mentor.
even sure
Coach.
mentor is way better. Even team leader just sounds bossy, and I don't like that. And you know I don't like to be that, right?
Yeah.
Am I bossy?
No.
You promise?
We were playing Mario Golf today.
You would tell me?
Yeah.
Okay. So being on the team, what like how you feeling from October to now?
I think it's definitely difficult. Like I'm definitely overwhelmed with the amount of stuff that goes into like lead generation and being successful. But I feel like if I wasn't on this team, my journey would not be successful at all. So I'm definitely thankful to be on this team, be surrounded by everyone that I can call my friends. But yeah, I mean, I joined at, I feel like one of the worst times you can possibly join. I mean,
Yeah.
It's winter time. The election was coming up, and the market at that time was
Mhm.
also pretty rough.
The market, the amount of sales has never been this low in over 30 years. So you definitely came. Now here's the positive side of that. Okay. If you can make it through this, imagine what happens, because it's just, the market is, it just like stocks. It has its ups and downs. If you continue in this and you make this your career for your life, you're going to see this market again.
Yeah.
It will happen at some point. There's also going to be a time where it turns, where you're just, I mean, it'll be just like printing money. It'll be crazy. So, but if you could get past this and then the good time happens, you know how to handle it, and
Exactly.
you'll be just like ready for it.
Yeah.
Even in this market, I think you and I have discovered that there's still opportunities.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
And you heard that one guy who was like, yeah, like 70% of agents, was it? Or was it 47% of agents didn't make any sales?
Yeah, it was something like a crazy amount.
Mm-hmm. And then like the other percentage only sold like a handful. And it was like the top 1% like actually sold like 40 plus or something like that.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Where do you think you've grown the most since October?
Ooh. I'd say, I mean, can I say confidence? Like
Sure.
when I first joined, I'd say I'm a little bit still in my shell, but I mean, I was like completely like overwhelmed and nervous that I don't know if I could be able to network with a bunch of random strangers and go through all that process. Now I feel fairly comfortable. Like, for example, when we went on that listing appointment a couple days ago, I wasn't nervous or anything. Like, it felt very like natural.
Good.
Which definitely I feel like would have felt different back in the day.
And what contributed to you getting more confident?
I'd say just showing up every day. I mean, I show up here.
Okay, so what I truly feel like the only way that people grow is if they get into uncomfortable situations. Because if you get uncomfortable for a period of time, then that area where it is, I feel like I'm saying uncomfortable a lot. Uncomfortable. You start to feel more confident because, right?
I totally agree with that.
So where have you been sitting uncomfortably?
I'd say talking to new people, and especially calling new people. I feel like cold calling is definitely the most uncomfortable I've been in a while. Having to do that, and especially when they're mad at you too. That's like, because I remember.
I was gonna say, tell us one where someone was like angry at you, like an actual instance.
I think the craziest answer I've ever had was I was calling this one guy, and I think I accidentally called him before, but it just wasn't marked because this was before the Vulcan. And he was like, "You guys call me every day." He was like, "I hear voices in my head."
Oh my God.
At this point, I'm like, I'm concerned about this guy. I'm like, I'm sorry. I like.
Oh no.
And he was like, "I got a cybersecurity team, and you guys are going down. Like this is not okay anymore." And I was like, what am I doing? Right now?
My God.
I was in shock. I don't even know what to, I think I just hung up. Like, I was like, I can't do this.
When you have somebody who says that,
what do I say to this guy?
That they have voices in their
doesn't
head.
even think I'm real.
Right.
This was at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah. We get told to F off all the time, or like, you sleazy salesman, and it's,
angry people.
Yeah, but now when people tell me no, it's like it doesn't really faze me anymore.
Yeah, you just keep going.
Unless it's my wife who tells me no, then I'm devastated, dude. You know, right?
Yeah, right? Exactly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's good. And now, being at your age, you've already had like a few appointments under your belt. Let's start with like the short-term goal. I know we set our goals and stuff for the team, but I want to know Anthony's specific goal, personal and in business.
Like my biggest short-term goal right now, probably quit my other job. Because right now I'm a manager at the vitamin shop, and I'm grateful to be able to have that job and also still live with my dad to where I don't have the pressure of having rent and all the bills and stuff like I did when I was at my apartment. But I definitely want to get rid of that job. I've been there for almost 3 years. It helps me network. Like I've gotten a couple of actual good leads from it, and I've gotten more comfortable talking with a bunch of random strangers. But I definitely want to get out of there so I can go full time.
So we do this in coaching. We're going to do it again because then hopefully 1 million people see this, and then they have to hold you accountable. Okay. So how much? Like, what is the income revenue? Where if you had it in 3 months, that the income came in from helping families buy and sell, how much would you confidently be able to like, all right, I'm giving my notice today?
Like anything over $6,000.
Oh my God, dude.
Literally one deal.
Dude, come on.
That's what I'm saying. That's why it's a short term. I just
Really?
need one good deal and I'm done.
Okay. Then we'll just say two deals.
Yeah. Okay. It probably is around 2 deals.
And we could do that in like less than 2 months.
Exactly.
You're close.
I know.
You have
I'm really
a few
close.
leads that are close. We're getting. We're good. Okay. Oh, see, when Sarush gets up and he looks at the camera, sometimes it's like, oh no, something might be going wrong. We're just checking. That's good. That's why he's here. That's why we have a video director, because if we didn't, something could be going wrong. We'd have a great conversation, and then it's not there anymore.
Yeah, completely.
Because
gone.
we had no idea. Yeah.
Thank God for Sarush.
So everybody who's watching, he only needs 2 deals.
2 deals. It's February, 5th?
Yep.
6th?
Yep. Sarush, confirm the 5th. See, he's like Joe Rogan's guy. What's his name?
I want to say, what is his name?
I don't know.
I say Taylor, but that's like definitely not right.
Taylor.
Sarush, get it going.
Yeah. See, he's got it. Yeah. See, yeah. He's my Jamie. That's it.
Yeah,
Jamie, dude. I just kind of clicked, but he's my Jamie right now. So if you need facts and stuff, he'll do it. But people watching, I'm hoping friends and family are watching this. He only needs 2 deals for his extreme short-term goal of quitting his other job. So he's not working for the man. He's working for himself.
Exactly.
Okay. And this is brought to you by Kirkland Water. which I do not want them to
Unfortunately,
sponsor.
not Liquid Death.
Yeah,
I'm not good enough
we
for
don't want
Liquid
it.
Death.
Kirkland, if I don't want you, you're not going to be my sponsor.
Unfortunately.
It'd be funny if Kirkland did a Liquid Death off brand, but you could get
They
like
probably
Liquid
do.
Death.
They definitely do.
I know. Don't they just like buy, like they work it out where they buy the product and they just slap their label on it because they buy it in bulk. That's why it's cheaper.
I think Trader Joe's does that as well.
Yeah. All right. So now long-term goal, dude. All
How
right,
long-term are we talking?
Okay. That was my next question. What's the next goal do you think would be? I mean, it could be just like a year from now. Oh, here. Okay. If we were doing this podcast again a year from now to the date, luckily we'll have a timestamp on it.
Yeah.
And it was a really good year for you. What would have happened?
I want a new car, especially after what happened to my old car. I want to be moved out, and I want to make 6 figures.
Okay.
So
if we were sitting down here a year from now, that's what we would be talking about for it to be a good year.
Yeah.
Okay. You want to get rid of the Kia, so the Kia boys don't try and Hyundai. I thought it was the Kia boys.
It is
Hyundai
the Kia.
boys?
It's the Kia boys, but they also get the Hyundais.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah. I used to have a Hyundai. But,
okay, I enjoyed my Hyundai until I have to put on a club every time I go anywhere.
Because so no one steals it.
Yeah, I have it's on right now.
I love that it's in New Berlin.
Yeah, no chances.
I don't think the Kia boys are coming to New Berlin.
Who knows, dude? They're crazy.
Yeah. Okay, so then long term, like we'll say 5 years.
5 years? I definitely want a couple investment properties on my belt. Definitely want to own a house. I think that's really it. I kind of just want to build my wealth. That's like the most important thing,
dude.
Yeah.
And I keep telling everybody, I wish I was your age when I knew about the wealth opportunities.
Yeah.
For real.
Sure.
I think what we're going to have to do is set you up on like a Roth IRA. As soon as you get like 5 under your belt, let's do it.
I need some sort of guidance because I'm not too well educated with that stuff.
Easy. That's what I'm here for. Right?
Exactly.
Okay. So how many deals have you done so far?
0.
Still 0, but that's okay, dude. It's tough. A lot of veteran agents still haven't done any deals.
Yeah. I'm only 5 months in.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
So,
well, I keep telling everybody I've only did one deal my first year.
Exactly.
You'll definitely hit that.
Yeah.
But what's your goal for the year this year?
According to our Dominican goal, was 43. 43?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. What is that? So we're in Feb, dude. Well, you need 30 days. You're not going to be able to do it in 30 days to have to close. But so what is that? 43 divided by, or actually we'll do, because December, if you close it mid-December, you won't be able to close it until next year. So it won't count.
Oh, really?
Yeah, right. So because it's 30-day closing. So let's say 43 divided by, so we'll take away 2 months plus another month. That'd be 9. That still is 5 deals a month, dude.
Yeah.
Obtainable.
Yeah.
Obtainable.
For sure.
Especially I feel like you're close.
Yeah.
Because what was the first thing I told you to do? Like when we first started, what was like the prerequisites? Like your to move to continue moving on with the team.
Oh, like the tryout?
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like 20 pipeline additions. It was getting at 8, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember.
Script practice.
Script practice. Yeah, script practice.
Yep. Why was the pipeline addition so important?
To where we're at now, so that I can have a foundation of all these new potential clients.
Mm-hmm.
So I didn't do that back then. I'd have nothing.
Yeah, right. And that's what, and for any realtors that are getting into it, like having the building your pipeline. Because I mean, let's say because it was like October, and you started adding your the people that you talked to that said, "Hey, I'm going to buy or sell." What was the majority of them saying when?
Around springtime.
Yeah, that's when that's if you don't have 1 million deals in springtime, I failed you.
I don't know about that, but yeah. When is spring? Like April?
April, like I would say end March, April. like those pipeline additions, we should start calling like in March.
Yeah.
Yeah, just because that's when they're going to be starting to like think about it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Who are you calling now? So we'll talk about what does your lead gen look like?
I'm mostly calling expired listings, but honestly what's taking a lot of time is the YLOPO. Mostly like buyers right now, because most of the buyers that I've been talking to have been pretty interested in to buy like now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I have a buyer agency already and a good pipeline there. I wish we could do more FSBOs, but I mean, our state is not the greatest for that right now.
Yeah.
So it's mostly expireds.
For anybody who is wondering why our state isn't good for that, is Wisconsin came out with a law that if you are going to have properties listed on anybody's website, you have to have a brokerage license. So let's say Zillow, for example, is where a lot of for sale by owner leads would come from in different states. Because of that law we have in Wisconsin, I don't know if it's because Zillow has I got to get the details more on that. Hey, look it up. Why in Wisconsin? I know it has something to do with the broker's license. Why in Wisconsin you can't list your home for sale by owner on Zillow? We're gonna find this out right now.
So,
so I could give an accurate reason why, because I don't want to give false information to the public. Okay.
I think it was like licensing, wasn't it?
It had something to do with like having a brokerage license.
Yeah.
And I might not be articulating it well, but like in Illinois, if you look up the for sale by owners in Illinois, there's a crap ton that you could call.
Yeah.
We just unfortunately don't have that opportunity. What else are you calling?
Called a little bit of probates and divorce leads mostly.
Mm-hmm. Why?
I feel like those are just ones that people are scared of. I mean, when I first started calling probates, I was like really scared to do that because I just felt like, I don't know, I was scared of like someone just freaking out on me because, you know, someone just died that's super close to them and now I'm asking for business basically.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never gotten a bad answer from probate.
Yeah.
And divorce leads, those are kind of just more cold. So, I mean, they're just like, oh, no, we're not ready to sell or.
Yeah. Shrew says an answer.
Zillow became a license as a real estate broker in Wisconsin. And is therefore required to follow the law, which, as noted, is prohibits licenses from advertising the home.
Oh, okay. So because Zillow they did get their brokerage license, and because they have that, they have to have a listing agreement signed. And if you're for sale by owner, you don't have to have a listing agreement signed. And in Wisconsin, if you have a listing agreement signed, it has to go in MLS for fair housing law. That's why we don't.
Yeah.
Boy, does that stink.
Stupid.
For us. When we could, because I mean, for sub owners, I mean, they make sometimes 20% less than what their list price is. Losing a lot of money. Why? What? Okay, so I know it's because. Okay, so what you were saying, and I'll reiterate it, is people are scared to call them, right?
Yeah.
That's okay, Sarush. It's okay. When agents are calling, they're calling maybe expireds.
Mm-hmm.
They feel more comfortable calling them because they were sellers. They do want to sell. They're afraid to call probates because, like you were saying, there's basically like someone just recently passed away and they're like, don't want to bother them, but they also have a need though, right? Right. So
it's more like helping out.
Mm-hmm. Because who's selling right now? Who are the categories of people that have to sell? Have to sell.
What do you mean? Like just like expired FSBO?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Expired FSBO, probate, divorce. That's about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like the main, or I guess job transfer, right?
Yeah.
But it's kind of harder to find somebody who's like, unless you're hooked up with a relocation company, a close relocation company, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, that's something you could look into. Just like find a relocation company and make a connection, take them out to lunch.
That would be a good idea.
I just came up with a good idea for you. Okay. Like upgrade. We're not seeing a lot of people upgrading because they don't have to sell, right?
Well, it's because most people, well, they're like stuck at 3% interest when they bought during COVID. I mean, that's what most people that I talk to are saying. Like, why would you do that when interest rates are at 7% right
Exactly.
now?
Yeah.
So it's kind of a hard situation.
But they don't have to. It's like they want to.
Yeah.
Hey, if I wasn't going to pay X amount more on my interest rate, like I don't have to. It's more of a want than a need. So we try to target people that need to sell.
Exactly.
Right? Yeah. Okay. So you've been getting more comfortable on the phones.
Yes.
Okay. What are things that you think that you could improve on in work? Or
definitely time management and organization for sure.
Yeah.
Those are the main two. Because I've noticed like once your pipeline starts growing, your head kind of gets scrambled. I already struggle with focusing. So, I mean, when you get a bunch of new possible clients, that it just kind of gets a little bit of everywhere. And you want to make sure that you have a good organization skill in place.
Mm-hmm.
And then time management, I just have always struggled with that since I've been little, I'd say.
Yeah.
And that's super important, especially if you want to be the top 1% of agents.
So time management, what are you like, what, and it just genuinely curious. It's not trying to call you out or anything. What part of like the time management do you think you might struggle with?
Well, I mean, I could talk about the 8 a.m. challenge that we got going.
That's, I would say that's more like just starting the day, but like during the day.
It's just that I've built so many bad habits when it comes to time management in the past with like school and stuff that it's just kind of hard to break a bad habit. So, but I mean, like, I don't know. I haven't showed up late or anything, but
no, you're still getting your work done.
Yeah.
You know, I think we should definitely continue to get back into talking about atomic habits.
Yeah, we definitely should, because we talked good amount for the first week and then it kind of just slowly
died off. Yeah, we get
and it's a good book.
It is. It's a really good book. I think I mentioned before, like Tony Jim Greco, he reads it once a year as like a refresher, just to get motivated.
I don't enjoy reading that much, and that's like a really, like, I enjoyed every page. Yeah, I feel like it has a lot of good stuff in there.
Absolutely. All right. So Anthony, like for anybody who's starting in the real estate, what kind of advice would you give them?
This is going to sound like cliche, but just like keep going for sure. And I feel like what I've noticed is if you want something like bad enough, you just got to keep on going, because most people are going to, it's like that graph that you showed me that one time. If you really want, you're going to really want to keep on going. And then once you hit one plateau, that's where most people stop. And when you're in that plateau, you can only go up from there. So, I mean, especially people my age with the attention spans and like the determination, I feel is not as good as people like your age. They kind of just want money fast, and that's why a lot of people do different types of things.
Yeah, a lot of people, and I agree with that. I think a lot of people in this age, want something
super fast, and I think that's because
thanks Amazon. Yeah, next day shipping.
Our attention spans are really bad, and I think that's what it is.
Delayed gratification is like the success.
Yeah,
because nobody. It's. I mean, if no, I shouldn't say nobody gets rich overnight. Sure, freaking it happens to like one out of the entire world.
Yeah,
joking, but it's the people who get like. I mean, freaking look at Jeff Bezos. It took him a while. That was a bookstore. It was just books.
Yeah, I think I heard about that. That is crazy.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, what else?
That's a good question. I mean, I feel like there's not a lot of information on the actual job itself for people my age. So I'd say research a lot.
Okay.
Because I kind of came in, I wouldn't say blind, but it's just a lot different than what you think it's going to be. And I used to always try and find like videos of people explaining like a day in a life or anything like that. But I don't know. I feel like there's not a lot of, since you're like your own boss, there's not really a schedule that a lot of people follow. It's kind of up to you. So make sure you get that down for sure.
Yep.
That's about it. Determination and knowledge is the most important part.
And keep going. It's like when people start to take a step back in the beginning, like if somebody just started real estate and they're about 4 months in, roughly, and nothing's starting to happen, that's when they start to back off.
Yeah.
when they were that close. Like if they would have
Exactly.
done it one more month, they probably would have been able to secure a sale. If they were doing all the money making activities, right?
For
if they were
sure.
actually lead genning, if they weren't doing anything, well then that's not gonna get anything.
Yeah.
Right. Anthony, being the second guy on the team joining and the second person on the team to do the podcast.
Exactly. Yep. Beat Gavin and Madeline.
Yeah, that's right, dude. That's right.
But I mean, I was the second person ever on this team, so I feel like it's deserved.
Who would be more interesting out of the next two people, Gavin or Madeline?
I can't say that. I don't know. I'm not saying that.
Oh, dude.
I'm not saying
I'm
that.
so proud of you. Look at it. Right.
Sarush
answer,
knows
dude.
the answer.
Thanks for coming on. Okay, so we're gonna do this again. Oh, we should do this in 6 months.
You think 6 months or a year?
No, we should do 6 months. I like that. Just to see.
That's good because I want
Dude,
to
you're
get on
gonna
this
come
podcast.
in with like you're gonna act like you're the shit, and you're gonna come in with like a suit and sunglasses and be like, all right, let's do this.
Yeah, I
Your
know what I'm
voice is
talking
gonna be
about.
different. Like,
I have 2 deals under my belt.
what is that? 6 months from today is August 5th. Okay,
Oh, that's
right?
right by my
is that
sister's birthday.
okay? We're gonna do this in
That's
6
like
months.
right before the trip.
You know how funny though if you were still like 0 sales.
I'm not even on the team anymore. I'm just on the podcast.
It's nobody's here.
Yeah.
No, we all know that's not going to happen because you're doing the right stuff. Thanks for coming on, brother.
Thank you
That's
for having
closing
me.
time. Anthony
Loiacono.
Loiacono.
That's good
Licorice.
enough. Licorice. Anthony
Thanks, guys, for
Licorice.
coming. Closing time. No, but seriously, Anthony, you rock. You're doing good stuff. I can't wait to see what our podcast is going to look like.
That's going to be interesting.
It'll
for
be
sure.
it'll be cool.
For sure.
Oh yeah. Where can everybody find you on the social?
I forgot what my Facebook one is, but my Instagram's Anthony L15. Actually, no, it's not. I changed it. It's Anthony dot my middle name, so Chiaro. So CHAIRO, I think. I never know how to spell
You
my middle
don't
name.
know how to spell your own middle name?
No, dude.
Okay.
No, I didn't know how to say it until like 3 years ago. I swear to God.
So funny.
Yeah.
Well, there you have it. Instagram. You can
Yep.
find them there. Look them up. Hold them accountable to getting 2 deals in a month or 2 months. Like push him so he could, be on his own, working here and not working for the man.
Yeah.
Closing time. Thank you again. Until the next one.